better not shout, you better not cry, you better not run, cause the IRS agents are coming for you. Cue the fire. Oh, hey, also, John, Fantasy Football John, you listening? And Mike, you know those fantasy football earnings you made? The IRS is saying, make sure you claim them along with your kids, you know, when they do that lemonade stand in the front yard. Yeah, that goes in there too. Oh, so now you know why they had to double the IRS size. Yay! Awesome. Now they carry these things. This makes complete sense. It does not, they should be just with a pocket protector like it looks like you owe, which we already know because we know everything. Oh, and just in case you're wondering why it's red, you know, and it looks, yeah, like too much tequila, YouTube doesn't like me showing that. Also, for those of you who are like, it's fine, I don't care. Take my taxes, raise my taxes, which I'm going to show you. Oh my gosh, this year is going to be so bad. You're like, I'm just going to use my big tax refund. I remember last year, it was amazing. Well, last year isn't this year. And as this says, it says taxpayers can expect a shock, a refund shock. You ain't getting anything. And I already know this because I do my taxes every single month. I get to see how much I don't get to keep. It's always nice. Make sure you hurry up into that higher income tax bracket where they take all of it. But it's called refund shock, and many taxpayers can expect to see it when they file their 2022 tax returns. Make sure you guys get one of those neck braces because you're going to have it's called, this is the legal term, scientific term, the refund whiplash. And I think last year you guys were getting over $3,000. What are we going to spend? Let's buy some meme stocks. The child tax credit went up to almost $4,000 per child. And I'll tell you, that was a win situation if you have 6 kids like me. I mean, it's not always a win situation. And look at that dependent care credit, which went up to $8,000, dropping back to $2,000. Ew. Okay, while the earned income tax credit for taxpayers with no kids dropped from $1,500 to right above my hair, $500. And the IRS is warning you, and I'm warning you. IRS warns Americans. Oh, hold on. Sorry, we gotta stop this one. That one won't go over very well on the YouTubes. In other crazy news. So, sorry, that's a squirrel. $600 threshold. You got to report your Venmo. Yeah. You cut any hair on the side, mow any lawns, maybe, cash app payments, just about anything, PayPal. I don't know what, bartering. Oh, by the way, yes, bartering. So if you're like, okay, Jerry, I'll mow your lawn and you cut my wife's hedges. Well, that might not be a good idea, but I'll cut your wife's hedges. You guys switch and you barter it, you got to pay taxes on it. So if you're like, you know what, I probably would have paid you $100 or $600 or whatever, $1,500 for the year to fix your pipes. No, you got to report it. Even if you switch, right? That's bartering. It's the greatest invention of getting around the government. Well, until they get around you and then they come knocking down your door, which you saw in that other image with those red things. But here it is. Biden is hiring 87,000. I bet that looks great. Look at all of the new, look, everyone has a job in America. 87,000 new IRS agents, and they're coming for you. Well, I mean, the Democrats or whatever crats on the other side will go, no, this is fake media. He only hired them for the rich, right? That's what it always is. And then you're just like, why am I being audited? I made $10,000 this year. Yeah, but you left out your Venmo that you paid or that you received while you were in Vegas. What was that? Well, I didn't want my wife knowing about that one. Actually, if you are receiving money while you go to Vegas for things that you didn't want your wife to know about, I congratulate you. And I know I'm going to get some pushback on this because some people are like, no, Bravo, you know, if you buy a couch for $500 and you sell it on Venmo, you know, and for $500, it's a wash. So you don't have to. Okay. Well, you should probably talk to your accountant on that one. But also, if you're having to do this, which I just read an article where they said you have to. If you're having to do those kind of pluses and minuses on the money you make, why don't you just start a business, right? Just throw yourself and everything into a business. So at least you can expense everything. That's what smart people do. So if I make, let me show you, I make $16,937 every month. We'll just say $17,000 on making money. As long as I spend $16,000, right, on research and development and marketing and all those things and vehicles, but you could go into the fundamentals with your accountant, because he'll say, well, you're going to want to not do that. This is how you can get a better tax advantage. But at the end of the day, you get to actually kind of keep it. You see, that's the secret that business owners understand. They know this word expense, where employees, they don't understand that. They just get all their money taken out and they get ripped off every year. Also, if you would like to learn how to do this, link in the description. I was doing it one day only. I just keep having glitches, or maybe I'm trying to be nice, or I'm ripping myself off. It's $1,000 course on how to sell money on Amazon. It's only $100 today. You can click buttons and not worry about the Raiders LA Thursday night football. Or maybe you could make enough money that you could actually have box seats. And you could just go ahead and throw in your fantasy football earnings because you're now a corporation, or however, you probably can't do that. Probably not a good idea. If you're making at least 600, gosh, this is the world we are living in. From fantasy football, the IRS wants to know about it, and you should tell them. Starting in 2022, the $600 over fantasy football gambling winnings must be reported to the IRS. I wonder if it was probably the Biden's Inflation Reduction Act, which saved all Americans. So just FYI, I am not Republican, Democrat, Independent. I am nothing. I want to be a free man to go out there and sell cheap plastic junk and be able to keep my money. That's it, and leave me alone. Sounds like a great idea. So when I hear that there's gridlock from politicians, I'm like, yes, that is all I want my entire life. I just want a 50-50. You can't do anything. Don't start coming out with here, this was it. Look, the American Rescue Plan. That's great. Just what I needed to be rescued. That was of 2021. What was that? Yeah, that would be this. All the IRS agents, the $600 if you make, it's just the rich. And they always name it stuff, right? Inflation Reduction Act. So whatever they say, it's always the opposite. So if it's Inflation Reduction Act, that means you're going to get hit with higher taxes and everything's going to cost a hell of a lot more. Like when they dropped $10 trillion on everyone and they're like, this will not cause inflation. Don't even worry about it. Crypto bros, just get out there and buy lots of Rolex watches and Lamborghinis. I'm sure those will really hold their value. You have to be nice. Rolex, for the most part, does hold its value. But then there's just times you see those spikes. If you ever see those spikes, as I teach you how to trade charts, anything that looks like a hockey stick, stay away from it. Or just turn on Lux Algo and try to get through that zone so you can short it. All that means it was just a one-off moment, kind of like the stock market. And let me see the Getty image. Oh, yes. Look at this. Oh, goodness. Look, that's what you guys look like when you're paying the IRS. You got a big smile. That is not the Getty image. You got your coffee. Everything's great. And man, oh man, what a huge dumpster fire that we all live in. And well, that's all we do. Logical people, we're just like walking around with hoses trying to put out fires all day long. And we're hoping maybe we could get some politician in there that might be able just to slow the burn or slow the amount of money that we have to pay in taxes. I just want to look, here, I'll show you. This isn't even money. This is just sheets of paper. If I were to make 3 of these, I probably have to give 2 of them. I get 1. It's just not cool. I need to be like Neil. I need to jump on a plane and live on the Isle of Man. That is probably the best decision he has ever made, and I don't know why I can't move my money. There we go. Coming in from Bloomberg. Huge. Sorry, Neil. Missing and growing $65 trillion. How are you? Let's read this again from Bloomberg. Missing and growing $65 trillion in dollar debt sparks concern. So it looks like the BIS researchers highlight off-balance sheet. I want one of those. Can I have an off-balance sheet dollar obligation? Report calls FX swaps a blind spot. When the IRS agent comes banging on my door, right, with those little red things, they're like, hey, come here, Bravo. What's this? I'm like, that's a blind spot. Hey, babe, can you come in here? This is my blind spot over here. Yeah, she's the fault. Go ahead and slap those handcuffs on her. She likes the furry ones. Sorry, babe. But do you know how much money I would save? Man, if they, please take her. How much? How much do I have to pay? I actually had a credit card stolen a month ago. And I looked at Chase and I'm like, man, I'm not even going to report this. This dude's spending like half what my wife would. Anyways, enough of the jokes. This is going to be a big one. And I'll break it down. I probably need to do an entire video on it because everyone's going to get lost. It's like trying to explain people what money is. And I'm like, is this money? And you're like, yes. I'm like, no, it's not. This is a sheet of paper. Let's try again. Is this money? No. No, this is money. And then I ask that question, where does money come from? You're like, I don't know. The ground? I guess it could. It just depends on what you guys want to call money. But 98% of all money comes from debt. It's just poof, right out of thin air, like this stuff. It's also the value of hidden dollar debt unrecorded. That would be the euro dollar. And that also, the euro dollar has what's called a euro curve, which inverted like over a year ago. Oh, we are going to pay the price. That would be another video. But if you subscribe, can you please subscribe? Please. I'll give you good stuff on the balance sheet of non-U.S. banks and shadow banks as of June this year, according to the BIS, central banks, the banksters, this stuff, right, that they can also create out of thin air. Yes, they go, I'll just give you an example. You go into your local bank, wherever you live, maybe you live in the Isle of Man, and you say, I'd like a loan. And they say, well, at our rate, Isle of Man will give you a 15%. And you're like, that's too high. What about if I take out a dollar-denominated debt? How much is that? Oh, that would be 3%. So everyone takes out the debt, even though they don't have money either. It's a fractional reserve banking system. Over here in America, they need nothing, zero, no reserves. You just loan away. Poof, here's $1 trillion. Just pay it back with interest. You pinky promise you're going to pay it back? Yes, I do. Well, we have $65 trillion debt that you can't find. This, my friend, will collapse the world. Almost as bad as, no, this isn't actually as bad as the derivatives market, which is not in the trillions, it's in the quadrillions. What you do after you do that little Ponzi scheme that I just showed you, then you go, okay, let's bet on that. See, that's why I like it. You handle your own money. You have to always move it. Always, I'll do a video tomorrow about always have to be moving your money. Always. And don't, blame your guy. This is your fault. You pick up the phone like, I don't want to talk to you right now, Skylar. I'm just using you as an example. You pick up the phone, you call your broker or whoever you're using like, hey, what are we down? Dude, you need to do you, don't put it on someone else. I think your dad told you that. Bridgewater wipes out most of 2022. Wow. We're all done. And now it's almost all gone in 2 months. And Dalio, that's a smart cat, right? Would you not agree? Ray Dalio is smart, but I think you're smarter. Actually, I know you're smarter. Oh my gosh, you waited to the end? Did you forget to click the like? Jeez, you're smart. Guys, don't put your faith in other people. Well, and you're like, why are we listening to you? No. Okay, listen to me. You do you. Do you see how this is what I'm doing. This is how I do it. But you need to have your own deal if you want. It just would put a lot of pressure on me if you do what I say and you listen to everything I say. Oh my gosh. Hopefully I only have 5 subscribers. Maybe you could be 6. Thank you guys so much. I love you. Stay safe. No, don't stay safe. Stay free. And I'll see you tomorrow.